Oh, you son of a gun. Ladies and gentlemen, John Wayne.
Well, Glen, I just stopped by to wish you luck on this new show.
Well, Duke, thank you so much. Hey, I thought you was going to cut those off after True Grit.
I did, but I have to grow some more for another, well, I can't say hair picture.
Duke, I want you to know that it was the biggest thrill of my life to ride along beside you in my first movie. I just can't get over it.
Well, it took me a little while to get used to it, too, Glen. No, but seriously, I want to congratulate you and wish you a lot of luck on this new show.
Well, thank you very much, Duke. It was my pleasure, and I sure hope you'll come back again.
Oh, well, I'll be happy to. It's kind of refreshing to walk out on a stage and not have to belt somebody or tear up a lot of furniture.
Believe me, it's a pleasure to show your gentle side. Ladies and gentlemen, a hand for the greatest guy in the world, Mr. John Wayne.
Well, it's knowing that your door's always open and your path is free to walk. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Glen Campbell. Glen, that makes me tend to leave my sleeping bag rolled up and stashed behind your couch. The people we have with us tonight are Miss Jeannie C. Riley, our own Pat Paulson, Jack Burns, and our special guest stars, the Zany Muppets. Well, it's knowing I'm not shackled by forgotten words and bonds and the ink stains that have dried upon some line. That keeps you on the back roads by the rivers of my memory. It keeps you ever gentle on my mind. Take it, Marty. Yeah.
From Television City in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen, Glen Campbell.
I know I'll never meet another hunk of woman like my aunt. Oh, she makes me feel like a great big man. I'm gonna go tell her mama what I think about her. Say thank you, ma'am, for giving me your daughter Ann. She sure is stacked from her toes to the pretty little nape of her neck. She's packed like a seed in a grape. She's smooth as marble skin. When I see her, I believe I'm a real young guy. And every time I go to work, I think I might die if I can't hurry home again. If the good Lord worked all night in making me a female plan, I'd say no, thank you, Lord. I'll just keep Ann. How could I ever look at any other woman when I got Ann? Oh, it feels so good when she takes my hand. I'm gonna go tell her daddy what I think about her. Say thank you, man, for giving me your daughter Ann. When I come home and I feel like I've been run over by a 10-ton truck, she can rub my shoulders and soothe my aches and pains. If I lose my job and I'm down to a silver dollar and I feel like a dried up gourd in a holler, she can cool my brow like summer rain. If the good Lord worked all night in making me a female plan, I'd say no, thank you, Lord. I'll just keep Ann. Oh, no, thank you, Lord. I'll just keep Ann. That you saw dancing back there in the background, she comes from my hometown of Delight, Arkansas. And back there, she won the first 3 places in a beauty contest. And I'd like for you all to meet her right now. Let's have a great big hand for Janelle Finner. Looks like her living bronze on diet, don't it? Now, here's another pretty face. A gal who does her dancing with her voice. As a matter of fact, I promised that voice the next dance. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jeannie C. Riley.
Papa worked, but his check was small. Mama sewed just to help us all. And our old house sure needed paint. And when it rained, the roof would leak. Well, the teacher's pet was Susie Grout, born with a silver spoon in her mouth. Miss Goody Two-Shoes in sorority. And I was Little Miss Nothing, and they thought of me as the girl most likely. Yeah, yeah, the girl most likely to wind up in a jail. They judged by the way I looked and not the way I am. Well, I guess it's true I looked the part, but developing fast was not my fault. Didn't know my sex appeal showed through. Those made over clothes and run-down shoes. Now the doctor's son is hiding out, and the whole town knows what it's all about, because the evidence is plain. Ha, it ain't me, it's Susie Jane, the girl most likely. Yeah, yeah, the girl most likely. Susie's daddy is on the run, and he sure looks funny with a hot shotgun. Well, the wedding bells can't wait till June. It better be now or else real soon. Susie Jane is in a jam. Hey, listen, that gun go wham, wham, wham. Well, some of that talk is dying down, and there's a lot of most likelies in this town. Just because a house needs a coat of paint, that don't mean a girl is something she ain't. I want to tell you all a story about a Harper Valley widowed wife who had a teenage daughter who attended Harper Valley Junior High. Well, her daughter came home one afternoon and didn't even stop to play. And she said, Mama, got a note here from the Harper Valley PTA.
Have your attention, please, everybody. The regular Wednesday meeting of the, could I have it down a little bit while I'm talking? The regular Wednesday meeting of the Harper Valley PTA will now come to order. Principal Patrick L. Paulson presiding. Before we get into the discussion, there are several announcements. As principal of this school, I'd like to make it abundantly clear that there will be no further campus demonstrations, such as that which erupted in the kindergarten and third grade classes this week. Will not be tolerated. I've met with the leaders of the demonstration. A settlement has been reached. We have agreed to increase the cookie allotment from 2 to 5 cookies per child. They have agreed to release Miss Kronstadt, the assistant principal. I'm sorry to announce that Miss Abner of our physical education department has been asked to resign. Well, I'll tell you why. The school board feels the sight of a 320-pound woman trying to swing over parallel bars is a bad example for our children and a ludicrous sight in itself. This does have a bright side, however, because Mrs. Abner's locker can now be utilized as a much-needed homeroom for the third grade. I will now entertain questions from our members.
Sir, Arnold Landers, son of father, rather, of Arnold Landers, Jr., who was in the 6th grade.
You're about as mixed up as Arnold, aren't you?
Yes, we both have a drinking problem.
Well,
No time for levity here now.
Oh, a nasty little bugger, isn't
Yes,
he?
yes. I'll let you shot. But I tell you, we of the PTA have held a meeting. We've held a caucus, and we're in total agreement that you are unfit to be the principal of this school.
Yeah.
That's right. Last week, you were seen driving drunk through the school zone at 90 miles per hour.
I heard about that.
And yesterday, as punishment for talking in class, you gave little Bruce Conway 20 lashes with a cat of nine tails. And this morning, you were seen chasing 12-year-old Nancy Gordon through the halls.
Right.
Picky. I refuse to dignify such accusations with a reply. Besides, Nancy Gordon is almost 14.
Well, can you explain the $3,000 missing from the teacher's pension fund?
Well, wait a minute.
What about that?
I can explain that. I used that money to attend an educational conference in Las Vegas. So,
Can you tell us, sir, what did you learn at this educational conference?
Well, I learned you never stay on a soft 15. Stick on 16 when the dealer has an ace showing, and always go down for doubles.
Mrs. Jeannie C. Riley, mother of Gloria in the 3rd grade.
Yes.
What are your views on busing?
Any activity such as bussing or kissing or petting will not be tolerated within the confines of this institution. If you want to fool around, wait till 3 o'clock like I do. In fact, if you'd care to drop around my office after class, I'd be glad to discuss it further with you.
Just let it drop.
Oh, finally, I am aware that some of you are upset with the way I've been handling our sex education program.
That ain't the word.
It is true that I have refused a series of lectures by the State Board of Education, and I chose instead 5 black and white films, available through ads in the back of Hot Stuff magazine. After viewing them with the help of Mrs. Crabner of the biology department, I came to the conclusion that these films are not fit for young minds.
Well, I guess
I did not come to this decision easily, having viewed the films 97 times. So it is my final judgment, everybody, that sex education should not be a part of our curriculum. Let's take sex out of the classroom and put it back in the playground where we can keep it organized.
I'll say one thing. That was some PTA meeting, wasn't it, Jeannie?
It sure was. Where we going now?
Well, how about move up to E flat?
Oh, where's that?
That's 3 up from the big end here. Rather the little one. You ready?
Where you been? Where you been? It's that same old question again. What's the use? Jenny, what's the use? You know they ain't gonna turn us loose.
You got dirt all over your face.
Well, your lipstick's way out of place. But I guess we gotta tell them what we told them every time before. Yeah, 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 yeah. They won't leave us alone. They want us to go home. We've been busy making berries and picking wild mountain berries. We're picking wild mountain berries, yeah. That's our excuse every time. We've been busy making berries and picking wild mountain berries.
I don't know if I can keep from letting it show.
Oh, yeah.
What's our plan, Glen? What's our plan?
Don't know.
You know they won't understand. Glen, my hair is dripping wet,
And my clothes are soaking wet.
and we didn't go swimming in a swimming hole.
Yeah, 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 yeah. They won't leave us alone. They want us to come home. We've been busy making berries and picking wild mountain berries. They picking wild mountain berries, something like that. That's our excuse every time. We've been busy making berries and picking wild mountain berries. Hey, Jeannie.
Yeah, darling.
Your hair sure is all messed up.
Well, what of it, sweetie? You ain't got no berries in your bucket.
I guess we'll just have to tell them what we told them every time before, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. They won't leave us alone. They want us to come home. We've been busy making berries and picking wild
Right now, it's my pleasure to introduce one of the hottest groups and the most professional groups to ever hit show business. Ladies and gentlemen, the Monkees. Hey!
Take the last train to Clarksville and I'll meet you at the station. You can be here by 4:30, 'cause I've made your reservation. Don't be slow. On the no-no. On the no-no. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love.
Salesman, where you gonna go sell all of your goods today? Salesman, gonna walk along the street, see friends along the way. Salesman, with your wooden cart that you push along while you walk. Salesman, with your little dog whose tail wags when you talk. You always will a smile. You love him fast and you hear why.
Take the last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville. The last train to Clarksville. Take the last train to Clarksville.
Now, I know a lot of people have asked me this question, but I want to ask you guys this question. Just
Okay.
tell me, when did you guys first get together, and like when did you get started in showbiz?
Well, you know, a lot of people don't realize we've been together a pretty long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
a
go
long
back.
time.
We go back a long way, Glenn. Isn't that right, Carl?
Yeah, it sure is. We go back a real long way. We've had a lot of hit records, too. You remember the first year we started out? What a year.
Why
What a year.
Why don't you tell the folks about it?
Oh, okay.
What a year that was. The year we had our first hit record, well, our country was at war.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember the Maine?
Who could forget it? Who could forget a thing like that?
And do you remember the horseless carriage?
Who could forget it? Who could forget a thing like that?
I've got a brand new standing steamer. It's very stylish, of course. I traded it in for my almost new brown and white, slightly used 1906 horse.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And then, of course, came World War I.
Yes, but we were too old to fight, much too old to
Where the
fight.
war's end, a wild new era began. There were flappers, prohibition, and bathtub gin. The year was 1924.
That was the year that Portland, Oregon desegregated its public swimming pools.
Yeah, that was right.
Al Capone pitched 3 for 4 in the Mafia softball game, and Newt Rockney tasted matzahs for the second time. And the dance craze was on. Remember the Charleston?
Who could forget it?
Thank you. And we created, as you may recall, our own dance craze. We called it the Rage.
Rage.
While with your hips, while with your hands, while with your shoulders stick out, come jump up and down, step on the floor, hit your partner, it's rage. Curl up your lip, turn up your nose, stick up your fingers into your ears, jump up and down, step on the floor, belt your partner, it's rage. Everyone around is tearing, glaring, swearing. Everyone around is glaring, for rage is the rage. Red in the face, beat on your chest, make with yell, shoot off your mouth, jump up and down, step on the floor, smack your planet, it's the rage. While with your hips, while with your hands, while with your shoulders, stick out your tongue, jump up and down, step on the floor, hit your partner, it's the rage. Curl up your lip, turn up your nose, stick up your fingers into your ears, jump up and down, step on the floor, belt your partner, it's the rage. Everyone around is tearing, flaring, swearing. Everyone around is glaring, for rage is the rage. Red in the face, beat on your chest, make with a yell, shoot off your mouth, jump up and down, step on the floor, smack your planet, it's the rage. While with your hips, while with your hands, while with your shoulders, stick out your tongue, jump up and down, step on the floor, smack your planet, it's a rage. It's a rage, it's a rage, it's a rage. And then you kiss.
over. And the Great Depression was upon us.
We had to leave show business. I had to get a job. But what could an unemployed monkey do? Finally, I got a job. Job working for an Italian organ grinder who had to file for bankruptcy when his leash expired.
I had to get a job as a television repairman.
They didn't have television during the Depression.
Of course not. Who could forget it?
Who could afford it?
Who could afford it?
I had to get a job giving piggyback rides to people that didn't have a cab fare. Finally had to quit one night when I picked up 4 teenagers after a prom and they started necking on my neck.
But then the Depression was over.
And we were back in showbiz.
That's right.
In that great year, 1941.
That was the year that Kate Smith played her first game of handball. That's right. And Guy Lombardo and Albert Einstein dissolved their long friendship.
Oh, what a shame.
And once again,
Who
I
could
not
forget
now. And once again, our country was at war. Remember?
Who could forget it?
We wrote a patriotic song, but somehow it just didn't seem to catch on.
Mussolini, we're with you. Mussolini, you'll come through. Zucchini. We listen to Puccini. Played by Southern Concertini. In the film by Rossellini. Then played by Fellini. From a novel by Cellini. With the wardrobe by Cassini. And the bars by Bertoncini. Purchased in the Mussolini. Mussolini. Mussolini, we're with you. Mussolini, you'll come through. He's the best we've ever seen. He gets us meatballs and linguine, fettuccine and zucchini. While we listen to Puccini, played by Sarah Constantini, and a film by Rossellini, with the string by Fellini, from the novel by Stellini, with the wardrobe by Cassini, candy bars by Bertoncini, purchased in the mezzanine. Mussolini.
We changed our bag and recorded that smash-ola hit of Rock Around the Sock Clock.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then, wait for it. And then we had Sock Around the Clock Sock with a rock. Thank you. Thank you.
And then we recorded that smash-ola rock hit, Rock a Sock Clock Rock and the Sock Clock Rock Sock. So finally, here it is, that wonderful year, 1969. And,
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
This is the year that Everett Dirksen, says her on top of the cue card. This is the year that Everett Dirksen suffered a severe whiplash when he was rear-ended by a shopping cart in the produce aisle of the A&P.
It's also the year that Anne Margaret was invited to an all-night scrimmage with the Baltimore Colts in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Oh, who could forget that?
And it's also the year of the Monkees' latest song, Teardrop City. Let's hear it for him. Yeah!
I was high on top, but I didn't know it.
pass going down life's road. When a man is 1 in 20, he thinks he knows it all. He can't see down the road of life where he'll ever fall. But fall he will as he travels through life, with all its pitfalls, troubles, and strife. Now at 50, he's going strong. He has himself a family and a nice little home. But old age is creeping up his spine, and the day's coming when the sun won't shine. Now at 60, he won't have to guess. He's already missed that boat that leads to success. He's done his best, and he can't see why. The fame of life just passed him by. At 70, he can see the light, and he knows he's never been very bright. But he's done his best as he's traveled by, and now all he can do is just sit and sigh. Pity you, man, for he don't know the trouble he'll pass going down life's road. Now at 80, he's ready for the reef. He's wore out his hair and 2 sets of teeth. He has rheumatism in his hands and feet, and nothing seems good to eat. So you can pity him as he goes up the line, as he wobbles on the spindle and he's almost blind. And you can tell by the way that he travels alone that it won't be long before he's going home. But if he's kept the commandments as he's traveled through life, he'll have a home in heaven where there'll be no strife. A man works all his life to get things the way he wants them. He comes into the world against his will, and he goes away disappointed.
Sad song, Glen.
Well, Pat, you know, I think life has its serious side, too.
Well, you're talking about living. You don't have to tell me. I'm no amateur liver. I've had quite a life.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'd like to hear about it, Pat. I really would.
It's been quite a life.
When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the when I was 17. When I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stairs with perfumed hair. And it came undone when I was 21. When I was 35, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independence. independent means. We'd ride in limousines. Their chauffeurs would drive. When I was 30. Now the days are short. I'm in the autumn of my years, and now I think of my life as vintage wine from fine old cares, from the brim to the dregs. It pours. It was a very good year.
We'll be right back with the Monkees, Gene C. Riley, our own Pat Paulson and Jack Burns on the second half of the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour.
Thank you very much. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll find the note I left hanging on her door. She'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving. 'Cause I've left that girl so many times before. By the time I make Albuquerque, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch and give me a call. But she'll just hear that phone keep on ringing off the wall. That's all. By the time I make Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll turn softly and call my name out low. Oh, and she'll cry just to think I'd really leave her. Though time and time I've tried to tell her so. She just didn't know I would really go. No, she didn't know I'd go. Thank you very much. Crank it up. Yeah. Thank you. Good bunch here tonight. Let me tell you, feels good when it's like that. Yeah. Sound like warm hands on a cold morning. Feels real good if you're a cow.
take it from the top.
Okay.
I can't stop. You hold it down, folks. I can't stop loving you. I've made up my mind. Thanks. I'm going to a party. I wanted to get that done.
Okay. Thank you. Joy Benjamin. Well, if that ain't something, my word. Thank you very much, Joey. That's something else. Now, that thrills me when somebody comes in and does that. Really, you know, just a hair-legged boy from Arkansas. I mean, you know, and have Joey Bishop walk up like that now. We played something like that, kind of about that, 2 weeks ago. Remember that, Bill? We played the inauguration of Governor Preston Smith down in Texas. Now, that was a hoot and holler and good time. And Lieutenant Governor Ben Barnes, right? All day singing, dinner on the ground. They had everything down there. Lyndon and Lady Bird came down. That's President Johnson and Lady Bird came back. Lyndon is going to be doing news on his, rather, he's going to be doing weather on his station in Austin. He has a television station there in Austin. He's not going to be forecasting the weather. He's going to be creating it. And Lady Bird has got a brand new show coming up down there in Austin. It's called You Bet Your Bird. That was loads of fun. Did y'all hear about the over-anxious Cuban? He hijacked a bus on the way to the airport. And with that, we will do Rolling in My Sweet Baby's Arms.
I don't know why you say goodbye, say hello. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, I say go, go, go. Oh no, you say goodbye and I say hello. Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye, say hello. Hello. You know, one of man's greatest inventions is the telephone. And when the telephone was first invented, it was a race between Alexander Graham Bell and a Boston inventor named Cornelius Jacob Bull. Now, it was a close race there for a while, and nobody was sure whether we would wind up with the Bell system or the Bull system. Of course, we all know what we all got, right? Now, there are a lot of different kinds of telephones. This one here is called the touch tone phone. Instead of dialing, all you do is push these little buttons like this. You not only get the number you call, but you get music like this. Right now, we'd like to illustrate the astounding variety of ways that the telephone is used in everyday life.
Is that so? Well, let me tell you something, fella. Your mother wears army boots. Hello, this is Ronnie Rude. You're on the air with our all-night radio talk show. Would you turn down your radio, please?
Hello, Ronnie Rude. You know how long I've been waiting to speak to you?
No, I don't. Hello, Ronnie Rude. You're on the air.
Hello, Ronnie. Some men say that the sound of my voice turns them on. They say my voice is extremely sexy. Don't you agree?
No, sir, I don't. Ronnie Rude, you're on the air, Halloween head.
Hey, Ronnie, a friend of mine just bet me $20 that you'd stay on the air with me for 30 seconds. Come on, be a sport. Ronnie, what do you say?
You lose, sap.
Hello, Chicken Delight.
Hello? 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 It's for you.
Now, this is the kind of telephone we use in television. We call it a headset. It's through this little device that the director communicates with his staff. Now, let's give a listen and discover how this telephone is commonly used by our television director.
Yeah, honey, yeah, no, my wife doesn't suspect a thing. In fact, well, I told her I was gonna, I got a meeting after the show. Yes, honey, you know I love you. You're so sweet, I love you. Oh, yeah, I'll see you soon. Oh, well, I gotta go. Campbell's just about finished.
You may be too, buddy.
X10. Tell me, did X11 call and say when he'd give the secret information to us?
Should be any minute now.
Oh, that's him.
Hello? Hello?
Try the belt. Try the belt.
Hello? 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 Oh, hello? 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 Hello?
Hello. One moment, please. Paging Mr. X12. Paging Secret Agent X12.
The telephone has become so popular that hello has become a household word in many parts of the country. The same is true of the word goodbye. Let me give you some illustrations of how hello and goodbye are used in telephone conversations. Hello? He's not here. Goodbye. Here's another illustration. Hello? You don't ever see me again? Goodbye. There's still another variation. Hello, Mildred. This is her husband. Goodbye.
Hello. Yeah, this is Ronnie Rude. You're on the air.
Say, hi, Ronnie Pooh. Bet you don't know who this is.
You're right, I don't. Ronnie Rude, you're on the air.
Ronnie, now listen here. Why do you hang up on everybody?
That's my hang-up. Hello, Ronnie Rude, you're on the air. Speak up, speak up, speak up. Come on.
What do you think of a boy who makes over $1,000 a week and lets his poor bedridden mother live in a broken-down tenement and doesn't send him a dime?
Look, Ma, I told you never to call me here.
Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. You say yes, I say no. You say stop, and I say go, go, go.
Oh, this is the television rating service. We'd like to inquire if you're watching television.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am.
What are you watching, sir?
An old John Wayne movie.
On what channel?
On every channel.
Hello, hello. I don't know why you say goodbye. I say hello. The Klingers, John Hartford, and of course our own Pat Paulson. And a special thanks for Mr. John Wayne for being here tonight. What's the difference being different when it's difference now that looks alike? You say I'm changing, I'm not sure that's wrong. Tonight it may be natural, just sitting here discussing it. Tomorrow just as natural to be gone. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Also featured on tonight's show were Anita Mann and Bernie Kukoc. Film sequences by Mind Reels Incorporated. Speaking for the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour, this is Bill Thompson. This portion of the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour has been brought to you by Crest, now in 2 delicious flavors, regular and mint, both with fluoride and fluorostan. Crest, the cavity fighter.